Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the spine-chilling world of the paranormal. We're strapping on our ghost hunting goggles and grabbing our EMF readers because things are about to get spooky. That's right, folks, we're headed to the sunny shores of California. But don't let the beaches and sunshine fool you. This state's got a dark side, a side steeped in eerie history, unexplained phenomena, and enough ghost stories to make your hair stand on end. Get ready as we explore the top 5 most haunted locations in California. From haunted hotels to spooky ships, we're ranking the most paranormally active places that'll leave you sleeping with the lights on. All right, let's set sail on this spooky adventure with the grand dame of haunted ships, the Queen Mary. Docked in Long Beach, this retired ocean liner has seen it all. Transatlantic voyages, wartime service, and oh yeah, enough paranormal activity to make a skeptic reconsider. Now, the Queen Mary has a history as vast as the ocean she once sailed. Built in the 1930s, she was the epitome of luxury, ferrying the rich and famous across the Atlantic. But when World War II hit, she was transformed into a troop ship, earning the nickname the Grey Ghost. Some say the spirits of those who never made it home still linger on board, and linger they do, if the stories are to be believed. We're talking full-on apparitions, folks. People report seeing a sailor in a white uniform near the ship's first-class pool, vanishing into thin air. Then there's the haunting tale of Door 13, where a crew member supposedly died. People say the door slams shut on its own, and some even claim to have been touched by unseen hands in that area. But the Queen Mary's most famous resident, a young girl named Jackie. Legend has it she drowned in the ship's first-class pool, and now roams the decks, giggling and playing. Some guests even claim to hear her tiny footsteps echoing down empty hallways. And it's not just guests who have experienced the strange happenings on the Queen Mary. Paranormal investigators have flocked to this ship like moths to a spectral flame. They've recorded EVPs, those creepy electronic voice phenomena that'll send chills down your spine. And let's not forget the countless EMF spikes, suggesting some seriously weird energy fluctuations. Now, I'm not saying I believe everything I hear, but the sheer volume of stories and evidence surrounding the Queen Mary is enough to pique my curiosity. Could this luxurious liner truly be a hotbed for paranormal activity? I guess that's for you to decide. From a haunted ship, we set our sights on an even more infamous location, Alcatraz Island. This isolated rock in the middle of San Francisco Bay was once home to the most notorious prison in America, a place where even the toughest criminals lived in fear. Now, Alcatraz housed some of the biggest names in the criminal underworld. Al Capone, George Machine Gun Kelly, you name it, they probably did time here, but the real question is, did they ever leave? Because according to countless reports, the spirits of these hardened criminals and others still roam the cell blocks. One of the most haunted spots on the island is said to be cell 14D. Inmates called it the Hole, and for good reason. It was solitary confinement at its most brutal, freezing cold, pitch black, and completely soundproof. Prisoners claimed to hear moans and screams coming from the walls, and some even went mad from the psychological torture. Then there's the story of the guard who was found dead with his face contorted in sheer terror, his eyes wide with an unspeakable fear. To this day, no one knows what he saw in those final moments. Even visitors to Alcatraz have reported strange occurrences. Cold spots, disembodied whispers, and the feeling of being watched are just a few of the spine-tingling experiences people have shared. But the creepiest tale might be the one about the phantom footsteps. Guards and visitors alike have reported hearing the sound of heavy boots echoing down the empty corridors, as if someone or something is still making their rounds long after lights out. Alcatraz, with its brutal history and chilling stories, is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, leaving you questioning everything you thought you knew. Chapter 3. The Winchester Mystery House. An architectural nightmare. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter a world where staircases lead to nowhere, doors open to brick walls, and the word blueprint seems to have vanished from the dictionary. Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House, a sprawling Victorian mansion in San Jose that's as fascinating as it is freaky. This architectural oddity was the lifelong obsession of Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune. Legend has it that after the deaths of her husband and daughter, Sarah consulted a spiritualist who told her she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. The solution? Build, build, build. For 38 years, the house was under constant construction, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The result? A labyrinthine mansion with 160 rooms, 2,000 doors, 10,000 windows, and enough architectural oddities to make MC Escher scratch his head. We're talking staircases that lead to ceilings, doors that open to sheer drops, and windows overlooking other rooms. Visitors and staff have reported all sorts of strange phenomena: disembodied voices, cold spots, doors slamming shut on their own, and even full-on apparitions. Some say Sarah Winchester herself still wanders the halls, overseeing her never-ending construction project. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the Winchester Mystery House is a one-of-a-kind place. Is it haunted? Well, that's for you to decide. Chapter 4. The Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, where old Hollywood never dies. Get ready to walk the red carpet of the afterlife as we head to our next stop, the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. This iconic hotel has hosted countless celebrities over the years, but some of its most famous guests checked in and never checked out. Built in 1927, the Roosevelt was the place to be seen during Hollywood's golden age. Marilyn Monroe, Clark Gable, Humphrey Bogart, they all graced its halls. But beneath the glitz and glamour, a darker side lurks. It seems some stars are just too bright to fade away, even in death. Marilyn Monroe, perhaps the hotel's most famous ghostly resident, is said to haunt her former suite, Suite 1200. Guests have reported seeing her reflection in the full-length mirror, and some even claim to have seen her full-bodied apparition, draped in her signature white dress, near the hotel's pool. But Marilyn's not the only one causing a stir from beyond the grave. Montgomery Clift, the broodingly handsome star of A Place in the Sun, is said to haunt Suite 928, where he stayed while filming the movie. Guests have reported hearing a trumpet playing in the hallway believed to be Clift, practicing for his role. And then there's the story of the mysterious phone calls. Guests have reported receiving calls from an unknown number, only to hear static or even creepier, a disembodied voice whispering their name. Some believe it could be the spirit of Carole Lombard, a beloved actress who died tragically in a plane crash trying to get in touch. The Hollywood Roosevelt, with its glamorous past and ghostly present, is a chilling reminder that in Tinseltown some stories never end. They just fade to black and then reappear as spine-tingling tales of the paranormal. Chapter 5. The Whaley House, a family affair with ghosts. Hold on to your skepticism, folks, because our final stop takes us to what's often dubbed the most haunted house in America, the Whaley House in San Diego. This unassuming brick house has a history so tragic, so steeped in sorrow, that it seems to have seeped into the very walls, leaving behind an imprint of restless spirits. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley, a prominent businessman, the house served as both a family home and a courthouse, but tragedy struck early on. One of Whaley's sons died of scarlet fever within the house's walls, and that was just the beginning. Over the years, the house witnessed hangings, accidental deaths, and even a suicide. It's said that the spirits of those who met their untimely ends within the house never truly left, their energy lingering like a chilling fog. The most famous resident is Yankee Jim Robinson, a thief who was hanged on the property before the house was even built. Visitors and staff have reported seeing his apparition near the old courthouse area, often described as a tall, imposing figure with piercing blue eyes. But Yankee Jim's not alone. People have reported seeing the apparitions of the Whaley family members as well, including Thomas Whaley himself, often seen in his study, and his wife Anna, who's said to be a comforting presence. The Whaley house has been investigated by countless paranormal researchers who've captured EVPs, unexplained temperature drops, and even photos of what appear to be ghostly figures. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the heavy, melancholic atmosphere that permeates the house. It's a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems remarkably thin, a chilling reminder that some stories and some spirits never truly die. Outrow until next time, ghost hunters. Well, there you have it, folks, our whirlwind tour of California's most haunted hotspots. From haunted ships to spooky hotels, we've covered some seriously spine-chilling locations. Did any of these stories send shivers down your spine? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more spooky content. We're always on the lookout for new mysteries to unravel and haunted places to explore. Let us know in the comments if you've ever visited any of these haunted locations or if you have any other spooky spots we should cover. And remember, if you hear a disembodied voice calling your name, don't answer it. Until next time, stay spooky.